Welcome, everybody. We love you. I'm Alex, baby boy, and that's Titty Tony over there. God, you look so beautiful as always.
Tiny Titty
Dude,
Tony.
I love Titty Tony. Does Titty Tony, like, have a good day usually?
Yes, even when I'm having bad days. Absolutely. It's my journey,
The
man.
fuck does
It's
not
my
make any
fucking
sense.
journey here on Earth. Of course.
What are you talking? Okay, you have good days, but they're bad. Oh, no, you have bad days, but they're good days? Is it because they're learning experiences? Is that what you're going to tell me?
How do you value the light if you've never experienced the darkness?
How do you skiba daba if I don't flaganaga? You don't make any sense. Shut up. Shut up. All right,
Man,
all right.
just think about this. Anytime there's a thunderstorm, what's the best part of it? Like right after it's done. The smell, the fresh air, So, like, I embrace that thunderstorm sometimes.
I
Not
do
all the
tell
time. Sometimes
myself,
it's difficult, but
I do tell myself if I'm having a tough day, at the end of the day, I will be in my bed asleep. And because that is well, that's the most calm. That's the most calm. I'm not any more calm. I'm calm in the end of the day. All right. I
and
I
then in
am.
your dream, or when you're sleeping, the dreams are wild.
Yeah. Titty Tony comes after me. That's what I
Yeah.
say. Okay. D- And here's the thing about that, right? Is I go to sleep so late, and I'm pretty sure you do too. I remember just like a couple podcasts ago, you were telling me that you were chowing down at 3 a.m. Like we all have our bad habits, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, which speaking of bad habits, that's kind of the topic for today,
Is it?
and how to break them. Yeah, breaking bad habits.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah, you like how I did the little rollover there, the
Yeah, that was
little
good. That was smooth,
yeah,
man.
that was smooth, smooth. I
Was
bet
that
somebody in the
natural,
audience.
or were you
Somebody in the
thinking about
audience is
that?
wet. Oh, it's off the dome, Titty.
Oh,
It's
so
off the
good.
dome.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, we all have our bad habits. I'm pretty sure you have none because you're perfect and smart
Nicotine.
in every single way. Nicotine? No, dude, nicotine's great. You do more nicotine.
Do more nicotine.
Okay,
Yeah,
don't,
I
don't.
have.
It's not health
Absolutely.
advice.
Yeah, I have bad habits for sure. Staying up late, my routine um, in the evening. Usually, I get excited, so I'm working or doing different things. Sometimes I'm on my uh, phone too late. Yeah, I guess that's really it for me.
Do you have any remedies for that? Have you worked on it actively at all?
No,
Yeah.
when yeah, so when I'm trying to upgrade my habits and remove bad habits and integrate good ones, I have a really systematic process that I use that makes it super easy. The first part of it is you have to want to change. And right now I don't really care about stopping nicotine. Maybe as I learn more and more um, you know, studies come out how nicotine can negatively affect me, then wonderful. But I quit chewing tobacco, a couple years ago, and I know
Gross.
that that has a
Gross.
lot of, yeah, dude, since I was 13, bro.
God, you poor
20
dog. Your
years.
teeth, your
Well,
teeth must hate you.
no, the dentist never knew, man.
Do
Ever,
you chew on
never.
tobacco? No, it's a Jolly Rancher. The fuck? What?
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah,
what about
good
you?
on
You have some bad habits?
eating in a caloric surplus. Um, I love food, dude. You know, there's like two terms. You eat to live, so you eat to sustain, right? To be yourself. You see food as fuel. I live to eat. I I love to eat food. I like trying different foods. I like just being a fucking snob, like a dog. Love to eat. I can't stop it. I like swear to God. And the specific fast food chain that brought me to this point is Taco Bell. My bad habit is I'll be really good in a diet or really good in sustaining, myself and eating to live and stuff like that until I see that purple bell on the
Ding.
freeway. Bang! And it just looks so good and I
Taco
cave
Bell's
into a
delicious.
beefy dude, I cave into a beefy five layered at any moment. Like I'm a little slut. I'm sorry.
Well, do you want to change that, or at this point in your life, are you kind of okay with it?
Eh, nah, I think sometimes it's needed, or that's my way of coping. But I think it's needed to a certain point, only because um, if I didn't have it, I don't know what I'd do. Probably like hard drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Nah.
that's the key ingredient right there is like you have to want to change it. Like so many people want to quit smoking, want to quit chewing, or want to, start going to the gym, want to lose weight, want to eat healthier. The want needs to be there. For me, I don't like right now in my life, my two bad habits aren't affecting my life and my productivity, my enjoyment of life um, as much as they could maybe in the future that will create that emotional drive to follow my systematic process.
Oh my. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have other bad habits too. Like I do a lot of overthinking and not enough doing. Uh, Only because the doing part really stresses me out. But when I start actually doing it, it's not bad. It's always the starting for me. Starting is always the hard.
So do you think it's the doing it or the thinking about doing it that's stressing you out?
Thinking about doing it because I'd rather just be doing it and not having to think about it. But I'm always, we said this in the first and second episode, right? The thing that stresses me out is not actually doing it, but thinking about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah.
that it still carries a lot of validity, I promise.
Yeah. Anxiety, thinking about the future. It's
Whoa,
protecting you
whoa,
from
whoa,
something.
whoa. I don't have
What are you
anxiety.
fearful about when you're thinking about doing something? Like what emotion comes up? So
Well, yeah, anxiety, yeah.
anxiety?
It
Anxiety about
probably
what?
anxiety in the fact that I know I have things that I have to do beforehand before I can get to that point. Like I have to do my chores, I have to do this favor for somebody, or I had a plan predispositioned before I had to like edit a video, to film a video, to do these things that are my passions, my hobbies, which to me, now that I'm talking out loud, just shows I need better time management to break that habit. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's
So how
great,
what can
finding
you
stuff.
do to create better time management?
Calendar.
Calendar. Boom.
Calendar. It's easier said than done. I do have a calendar for most of the things I need to do, but it's mainly for the chores and stuff like that, not for my passions. So maybe I'll add my passions on that.
Yeah. The other things that you have on the calendar of things to do you usually stress about those as much as the things that are not on the calendar?
Uh, no, because I know it's predetermined. I get rid of all the stress once I write it down because I know that's what I'm doing.
So you have the answer right there.
Thanks. This that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Have there been any bad habits you have had, like besides tobacco, like any like mental ones that you've had that maybe are, I would say, that you've solved?
That I've solved?
Yeah, like any bad habits you used to have, like whether it was like for mental health or something that you've practically solved at this
Oh,
point.
I hated myself. Yeah, I if I was to talk to you the way I talked to myself in the past, you would absolutely hate me. You would think I am the biggest asshole in the world, extremely judgmental. Um, you would feel like all the world's problems are your fault. Um, there's was zero forgiveness. People's lives, people's death, I thought was my fault for a long time, and I blame myself. Um, yeah, it was terrible, and I learned how to unconditionally love myself, literally yin and yang, the complete opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I treat myself the way I treat you. I care about you, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for our friendship. Why would I not do that with the same internal friendship I have with myself? I was born into this body. I'm with this body 24/7 for the last 32, 33 years.
Something I've noticed is you have your loved ones, your friends, your wife, all these people that you really care about, and you see them have bad habits in front of you that they've also complained about that they want to get rid of. Let's say for one whole entire year, or maybe just even a month, you switch bodies with them and you have their consciousness and you are able to do things for them. Let's say they have an alcohol addiction or they're like smoking a lot or something of the sort, right? you would transport into their body, and because you love them so much, you would try and change for them. You would get them off of their bad habits. What's to say you shouldn't do the same for yourself? To learn to love yourself so that you can ultimately fix those problems for yourself. Because I'm pretty sure with your best friend, hello, no, your brother, like your twin brother, he sees you and he knows you the best, right? And he knows like some habits that you might want to break. If he transported in your body, no hesitation, he would try and fix the things that you've been trying to fix for a while. You know, he loves you, I love you, and so yeah, we would want the best for each other, right? So why not
Abs-
want the best for yourself?
I love that. I love you too, buddy. Yeah. Habits are not the problem. They're a byproduct of the problem. Same thing with lack of money. Is it's the issue isn't that you have lack of money, it's the actions that you take on a daily basis that produce lack of money, lack of budgeting, right? Maybe being on your phone instead of living your passion or diving in, the insecurities and the doubts that prevent you from taking action, procrastination, all these things. So when I look at habits, I don't necessarily like all habits are kind of the same. What's going on underneath, what's the emotion, the thought process that you're having towards that, because that is driving your actions. What if you like when you had something to do, you're like, oh my, I am so grateful. I have the opportunity to do something. I don't have to go fight for my life right now. I get to do this, and all of a sudden you feel positive, you feel this higher vibrational emotion, and we're more inclined to take action, which produces a better habit over time, a more positive habit instead of a negative one.
I tried transferring that into like small little things like laundry. No, who like the laundry? Nobody like the laundry
No,
unless you OCD freak. Nobody like the laundry. But you can learn to love laundry because you have clothes to fold. The idea that you have a washer and a dryer in your house, or there's a washer and dryer across the street. Luckily enough, there are those things that are around us that are im- that we can make important to us by just being more positive about it for sure. Oh, man, you're getting me in some deep sensical stuff right now. Oh my god.
yeah, your thoughts
Hey,
become your reality. If you think you hate laundry and you have this belief system inside yourself where you hate laundry, of course you hate laundry.
yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, uh simply the dishes is enough to also just be like, man, I don't want to do the dishes. But also, I have dishes to do. That means if I have dishes to do, I ate food and I was able to eat food. Not a lot of people have access to food. I was able to get food with money. Oh, I got money from my job. Oh, I'm able to have a job. How did I get to my job? Oh, with my car. How did I get to my car? I walked there. It's all these tiny little things that make you really appreciate life. And I feel like I personally don't do that enough. It all becomes like insanely routineful, which is why the Two Mindful Guys podcast exists, so you can be in the
Exactly.
moment.
Exactly, man. When I was in Iraq, it was 120, 128 degrees, like just windstorms and sand everywhere, and like people living in these mud buildings. And there's some regular buildings too, but I came back, like people not having AC. I came back and like went to Starbucks. It's kind of this culture shock coming back, and people are complaining about ice in their water. And and we can judge that if we want, but how often do we complain about things that could be of benefit to us or we could be grateful for, but we've fallen into this automatic system, this automatic like autopilot mode where we've complained so much unconsciously that it's become a part of who we are, our personality. And you can change that. And ultimately, that's kind of what the podcast is for ourselves. We were just talking about this before starting. For ourselves is to really improve ourselves and help other people live the life that they want to live too.
Yeah, it's really hard to break your own habits, as in, like, I just did it. I just did it. The like. You'll hear in the previous episodes, I'm like a like, right? Like, like this, right? Oh, like that. I quit it. I need to fucking quit it. I am a fucking menace. I need to stop. Yeah, it's hard to help people if you haven't helped yourself. A lot of people have really good advice, and it's very hard to apply to themselves. And that means you haven't helped yourself yet. I haven't helped myself yet. I'm still learning how to cope without Taco Bell, daily. It's a crazy ride.
Yeah. You give to others what is in your cup. And if you're giving yourself not good things, you're going to naturally give that to other people unconsciously, subconsciously through your mannerisms, your behaviors, everything. And one thing, too, and this is an avoidance thing, is often people that try to fix or add a lot of value to other people, they don't do it to themselves first. They are turning their back to themselves, trying to focus on other people's problems rather than like bringing awareness to their life and saying, holy shit, I have a crack in my foundation. I can either avoid it and pretend it's not there, or I can be grateful that I noticed the crack in my foundation. Some people never notice that for their entire life.
It's crazy that people are on autopilot for so long. For so long, they don't notice that crack in their foundation. And I wonder, leave a comment. Do you talk to yourself like 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 in like to yourself out loud? Like do you talk to yourself out loud?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah. It still is. Yeah, my fault.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So I do it in meditation. I do it in journaling, and I do it in conversation with you or other people. And that's why therapy or different things is so beneficial. Coaching is it creates a space for people to externalize their thoughts. The issue is that until we externalize our thoughts, they are on repeat. It's not until we actually say something, and then you'll notice like when you have deep conversations with someone and like they have this light bulb moment, they're like, I never thought of it that way. Like I never truly realized what I was thinking.
Me 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Calendar timestamp. Wow.
Hmm. Yeah. Have a conversation with yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself. Do that
It,
more.
it
Do that more.
it's rough. It's rough because there's a lot of times where I will keep talking to myself about the same problem over and over again, like to myself. And I find that I don't fix the problem. And I'm like, oh, well, am I just chatting with myself? Huh? Huh? Why am I not doing
Mm.
anything? But I have to recognize that I think I should start talking to myself more as a friend than I should start talking to myself as if I'm like Alex, if that makes sense.
I love that.
Because I wouldn't go up to a friend and be like, "You're being stupid. Stop doing that." I'd be like, "Hey, man, let's try this, or let's do something else," or like, "Oh, have you thought of it this way?" I don't talk to myself like that. I'm my number one hater, and I think at one point you're probably not like that right now, but at one point you were your number one
Absolutely.
hater. Yeah, it's so easy to hate yourself. It's so hard to love yourself,
I
especially
didn't.
with all the bad habits you see yourself doing.
Hmm.
Like you just keep providing yourself evidence as to why you should hate yourself when really you should be working with yourself like a friend to solve those habits just as if you were to do it with another person.
Yeah. I felt shame. I felt guilt, anger, sadness, regret. I was basically suicidal for 8 years. I cut myself. I used to drink 7 days a week, chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes. They called us the team bad habit. That's where I come from. In the military, in my unit, our team name was Team Bad Habit.
Is it because of all the bad habits you've
Just
had?
everything, man. Just my
Damn, dude.
whole demeanor. And what I didn't do back then is take my emotions into consideration. It, we get caught up in the thinking mind. The thinking mind, what it does is try to predict your future and solve problems from the same consciousness that created that problem in the first place. If you navigate the emotion, if you start talking with yourself out loud, ask yourself, how is that emotion affecting me? Or what emotion are these thoughts creating inside me? And how is it affecting me? Is it giving me a lot of anxiety? Well, how is it physiologically affecting my body right now? Am I super uncomfortable? Do I feel like my skin's crawling? Is my
Does
heart rate really fast?
does it misalign the chakra shown in the background?
You like? I love that. You get.
What's in the
I
crown?
asked him. I have a new tapestry that I put up, and it's chakras and
Yeah,
some
audio
sacred,
listeners,
yeah,
audio listeners,
geometry.
love you to death, audio listeners. But behind Tony is a chakra beam with a person sitting in a meditative pose, and there's different rainbow colors going up it. It looks psychedelic, like I took drugs, but I know I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's my first
Well,
one.
it's always your first big tapestry.
Hmm.
Nice, nice. I hope you should have a different tapestry for every single day of the week, but that would just be a lot of work. Never mind. I just thought about it. The the
I'm sitting
idea does
in a
not.
chair behind a desk right now, and my legs are actually crossed. I just noticed
Ugh.
it, like I'm meditating.
I don't know how you sit in a crossed pose comfortably. I
I
could
do it every day.
fucking never. My ankle mobility and my knee mobility just won't allow me.
Yeah. But back to habits, huh? Back to
Yeah,
habits.
yeah. Back
You
to habits. They suck. Straight up.
Well,
I
okay, wait,
even have.
wait. Let's do this.
Huh?
What we focus on becomes, right? So we've talked a lot about bad habits. What are some really good habits that you can bring awareness to and kind of celebrate?
It's funny as fuck that you said that because uh I've been so pinpoint focused on the bad ones. It's so difficult to come up with the good ones. Uh can you go first?
Sure, I'll let you know the habits that I notice about you,
No, 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 no. No, no. This
the
is
positive ones.
self-discovery. Self-discovery.
Okay.
What are you good
Journaling
at?
will, if anyone's listening to this and they want to notice their positive habits, just journal, meditate, different things. I actually have a habit tracker that I've created. Today's day 15. I've journaled every day. I've focused on my gratitude and what I'm grateful for every day. I've read every day, meditated every day, spent 30 minutes outside every day. I am posting social media videos on my Instagram around my coaching business every single day, and I'm enjoying it too. I'm loving this creative process, which I don't think I've quite been in before. Before it was a burden. Oh, I have to, create this. Whereas it's shifted to, man, I get to. This is awesome. I use this like mouthwash stuff. It's oil. I forget what it's called, but for my teeth and my gums, I've really focused on loving myself and really saying it as many times as I can, focusing on the positive. I love you, Tony. I'm so proud of you, man. Like I can't believe where you were and how dark life was and how you've been able to take just one step every day, grow 1% every day and get to the point you're at now. And yes, there's a ton of habits and ton of vision for your life that you want for the future, but I am so proud of you. I am. I'm so fucking proud of you, Tony.
I am too, if it means anything.
It does. Absolutely. But anybody can give that to themselves, even if they don't believe it. Once you give yourself that, you don't need it from other people. It's not a need anymore. Your tank is full, your cup's full. Everything
That's
else
very
is
good.
just like abundance. You're like, I love. Thank you so much, and it shows the growth in other people. Right? Is the more my tank is full of love, the more I get to give it to Alex. I get to give it to you guys on this podcast. I get to give it to through my videos or the people I love. I get to give it to my wife. The more I'm living in lack, and I wish I had blank blank blank, then when I'm in conversation with my wife or different things, it's like I begin to notice the negative habits that they have, and I wish they were different because I haven't taken time to improve or upgrade my own life. Your turn.
How do I top that? Fuck me.
No, yeah,
Um,
take a moment to check in with yourself and acknowledge the really positive things because I've seen a lot of wonderful. I mean, dude, we're on a podcast. We started a podcast.
I'm just gonna go off the dome because these are the first things that come to mind that I'm proud of. Um, I am proud that I have stayed maybe not consistent but persistent, that I haven't completely stopped trying doing what I want to do, which is YouTube, which is uploading content, which is trying out new things, really trying to see where I can pop off the most. I'm very persistent in finding the different ways that I can progress myself. I have I've stopped lying to myself when I say, "Oh, like I'm just doing this for no outreach, for like oh, how do I say this?" I've started telling myself the truth, and I am doing this to outreach to people. It's not conceited. Like, I would love to reach out to people. I'd love to talk to people. I'd love to get to know their stories, get to know who they are. I would love to directly impact somebody's life. To know that I could change somebody's life with just my words would mean the world to me. And I'm happy that I get to keep pursuing that through this podcast, through me doing fitness stuff on YouTube, from me doing my little anime philosophy channel, which I will get back to, I promise. It's I put a lot on my plate, but I still find that I'm able to get things done accordingly. I am addicted to caffeine, but I think it helps me out more than that I like to tell myself. Yeah, valid, right? I'm very more peppy this time around. Um, what else? I'm kind. I'm patient. I am way less annoying than I was in middle school, but I was also a child, so I can't blame myself for that. I could be even a little annoying right now too. I don't really care. And I've found that I'm incredibly grateful for all the things that I have now. Prior to my dad's death, I had this lack of understanding about how precious life is. And when he passed away, it was like one big slap in the face. I got through that so well that I'm in this position now where I could lead, I could inspire. I don't blame myself at all for what happened to him. I was able to move past that and able to see the bigger picture. I've become more grateful to God and to the endowment that how precious life is. I do understand that. While there are some questions I have for God as to why, um, there is still this greater understanding that like I am here for a given purpose, and I'm constantly trying to find it every single day instead of giving up. And I think I have to give myself positive points because I could be negative. A lot of bad things have happened. I could be a negative Nancy. I could absolutely hate life. I have every reason. Every single time I open up an app, I have every single reason to hate life, to hate myself. But every single day I choose to do the opposite, which means I will always have the will to live. That's my spiel.
Mm. Yeah, thank you for that, man.
I'm gonna go cry now.
It's good. That it just shows your growth. It really does, and like our friendship is strong because of the things, the uncomfortability you've leaned into within your own journey of with self.
It's uncomfortable just to talk about your positives. Like the entire time I was talking to you, I just noticed like I was like fidgeting with my shirt. I was like rocking back and forth. Like it was really hard to do. And but the thing is, this is just like practice. If you practice this every single day, it'll be second nature to love yourself. You won't even notice it. Like you'll start subconsciously doing other things, I bet. And that's something I'm still trying to work on. Like by no means am I perfect giving out this advice, right? But it's something I do recognize that I have to give myself is the benefit of the doubt and start loving myself a bit more, you know? Get to the point of alignment in the red ball area region.
The root chakra.
The, that's what it's called, the root
The
chakra,
root
the one
chakra, yeah, it's where you're grounded, yeah.
the
Yep.
one next to my taint. Sorry.
That's exactly, yeah.
But I mean, obviously, we're not the only two people going through this, right? There's some people on Reddit that have a couple of questions.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, Reddit time.
Reddit time.
Wow, wow,
Uh,
wow, wow. Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is in the subreddit of r slash ask women over 40. Um, and the person is Revolutionary Bad 4470. Breaking bad habits. Any tips? I'm struggling to break bad habits in my life. Eating healthy is non existent. I consume way too much nicotine, and exercise just doesn't happen. I want to be a better version of myself, but I struggle to make better choices. Also, I work full time and I'm in law school. So, I am always stressed. I need to find a productive way to handle it and change. Any tips?
That
You go first.
question's directed to me.
Yeah, no, you go
Yes.
for it. I'm asking the question. All right, buddy.
Yes. I mean, she is so busy and she is doing so many things. It is totally understandable that her own self-care is being put on the back burner. You want me to just flood with a bunch of different tools and tips or just give one?
Any tool helps. What do you think is the most effective one?
She needs to increase the value of herself. So imagine if she had a daughter and her daughter was going through the same experience. How would she talk to her daughter about it? Probably totally understanding. My gosh, I'm so proud of you. Look at everything you're doing. She's probably not doing that for herself, right? Second one is boundaries, is really asking herself questions and trying to create boundaries in her life. There's three really good questions if there's an ask of you of whether you should put up a boundary or not. So let's say work is asking me to stay late. First question, do I have to and or want to? The answer is no. No, I don't have to. Okay, do I want to? No. Boundary. You need your gut, your internal system is saying no, but sometimes we get in the habit of saying yes. And then we're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
fuck.
Speak the truth, baby girl.
Right? Second one is, do I have enough resources? Time, money, energy, space, just any resource that makes up us as a human being. And third one is, am I willing to give something else up to say yes? Every time we say yes to something, we say no to something else. Every time she says yes to school, to work, to um, negative self-talk, she's saying no. So that's one area. I'd explore values within her life and dive deep in that. I would also just choose one habit she wants to change, just one. Maybe it's wants to exercise more. Okay, what is the smallest thing you can do that no matter what happens in life is your standard for yourself? Is it going outside and walking for 2 minutes? It's so simple, so easy that no matter how exhausted you are, you could get up and walk for 2 minutes. Maybe that's too much. Start with a minute. I would
Yeah,
create. We
go
just need
to
to
your
change
door.
right. We need to change the trajectory, the direction in which her um, actions are taking, and it starts with a little shift. For me, I can flip that switch, bro. I can go from not doing shit, like sitting on my phone all day long, to the next day starting 75 hard, and I've done it and I've completed it. But once that 75 hard is done, that challenge is done, guess what happens? I fall back right into the same pattern. What I've done now is just small. Like I don't even set a time on how much I need to read. I just need to read every day, and it's created this excitement, this momentum. Like I'm ready to jiggy.
Even if it's just one paragraph, like you'll still read.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my standard.
You want to know what I
Grab the
think about
toothbrush if
that?
you want to increase personal hygiene. Just every day, your goal and your standard is grab the toothbrush. You don't have to brush your teeth. Just grab it, and then put it down. I know it sounds crazy. Like, well, how come they're not doing that? I grew up in a hoarder house.
Hmm.
I had to learn how to take care of myself. I had to learn how to eat healthy. I had to learn how to clean up after myself. And I just started with one small little step.
We shouldn't uh, base other people's judgment on what we should do because there's a lot of times where like we see that you only read one paragraph of your book and Other people may not think that's enough, but for you, that's a big achievement. So you should just keep on trucking and doing what you're doing. And who cares what other people think?
I used to like hate people that were like that. Now it's the complete opposite. I have so much love for them. Why? Because that's what they need most. They need so much love. If they're, we are what we give. If they're giving hate, how do you think they're feeling inside?
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is kind of like,
So sad.
really, it comes down to when I try and break my bad habits, what do other people think? I think about this a lot because I think that I'm the only one that, maybe I'm the only one that thinks this, who knows? Oh, once I start trying to break my bad habit, what do other people think? And by posting that little get to the gym video, trying to be like outwardly expressive and, like get out of my comfort zone, there's that one negative comment. Is that supposed to stop me? And that in and of
How do you
itself is
overcome
trying to
that?
break a bad habit. How do I overcome it? It's
Caring about what other people think.
you're gonna die one day. I think that's enough reason for me. Is I'm gonna die one day, and I'm not gonna. Let me say this as clear as possible. You're going to wake up in your bed when you are 90, and you're going to think about that one comment that stopped you from changing the trajectory of your life. You can't continue thinking like that, especially if you do want to make the change. And I think that's super important to think about, and why it's really important to break that type of habit where it's once I see a negative comment, I need to stop. That's rooted somewhere deep in childhood trauma, I think. Because I think that's a lot of the things where like you try and do something. Oh, that's stupid. All right, I won't do it. My fault. My fault, mom or
I
dad. My
love
fault.
that you brought this up. And that's such good advice, man. Mel Robbins, I believe is her name. I just saw a video about this yesterday. People that experience trauma as children, no, you can't do that. No. Or, yeah, we'll have a birthday party for you, but then you get in trouble and they take it away, right? The, the programming, the foundation of who we are as humans is built when we're children. It's just like building a house. And when we're stuck in this kind of fight or flight mode, we don't think about tomorrow. We're just trying to survive today. And it becomes a habitual thing of constantly trying to survive today. And this is why so many people, including myself, I still do this sometimes, is comparing myself to other people and saying, how the fuck did they get so successful? How come I can't be that?
God, I'm still like that, dude. I have what is it called? Like viewer dilemma, which is my video gets 300 views. I see somebody super successful get 1 million views on a similar topic. I'm like, why can't I get 1 million views? Why are they so special and why am I not? Right? Oh, this person who's posting the same videos is younger than me. Like, oh, they must be way better than I am. They must. I give myself so much shit for that, or at least I used to. Not really much anymore. But imagine like 300 people in front of you asking, all right, what are you going to do next, big dog? I don't know. It's even crazier with 1 million, but imagine you're on an amphitheater and there's 350 people watching you. That's crazy in and of itself. So there's like this like viewer dilation that happens where it's like I just get such in a bad habit of, oh, I am just not enough. When really I'm more than enough. I just have to keep on going. It's
That
just
is
consistency.
such a profound. You know how many, there's billions of people on this earth, and there's billions of people that feel like they're not enough. But we are here to tell you that you are enough. Absolutely. I have learned to shift away from focusing on the destination, the goal, and to enjoy the journey, the process, no matter what shows up. No matter what shows up. It's supposed, if my mom did not die and get sick the way she did, I would not be here on this podcast. I wouldn't. If I didn't cheat on my high school sweetheart, I would not be here on this podcast. If I didn't go overseas and be a part of mayhem and destruction, I would not be here on this podcast.
I think that's the worst, the hardest habit to break. Oh, bye, roommate. The hardest habit to break is thinking you are not adequate enough. That is the hardest habit to break. And it sets the foundation for how you think about your life. If you don't feel like you're inadequate, or if sorry, If you feel like you are inadequate, it's hard. It's real hard to do anything else. It's hard to help people. It's especially hard to help yourself.
Yeah. You mind if I share something around that? Our words are so powerful. And I'm going to kind of dissect what Alex just said is when we make a statement of I am depressed. I am not enough. It's a belief system you're creating. You are the I am part. That's your true identity. You are the I am part. What you put after that is the life that you've chosen to create. Whether it's your fault or not unconsciously, if you can take responsibility about those statements, you'll view your thoughts in a different way. Almost like instead of being stuck as the character of the game and the programming in which that character was created, you begin to jump out of the screen, out of the game, and grab the remote of your life. And what I started doing is changing that. When I said, man, I'm not worthy, I go, I used to feel like I'm not worthy, and I'm beginning to feel worthy. I'm beginning to feel worthy. I'm starting to take steps to feel worthy. And it creates a doorway for us to step through that we can compound through. Because it's literally that simple. It doesn't matter what happened to you in life. It doesn't. You may think it does. You may be sitting there right now, fuck Tony. I don't believe in him. I don't believe what he's saying. That's okay. I get it. Whether you believe I get it or not, I've been in some deep dark places. Change your thoughts, change the way your words come out, you will change your life. You'll begin to notice emotion, you'll begin to it's a compound effect. It all take like nobody achieved success with one big leap. It was these small little tiny steps that they took on a daily basis to create change. Take one step for yourself today.
I love that. There's like this one quote that I think I'll probably finish up on is never mind. I don't think I remember it. It has something to do no, I won't look it up. But it's pretty profound. Yeah, I'll say it
Look it
sometime.
up. I think if you're called to it, I think it could impact at least one person's life.
All right, I found the quote. So I think I'm just gonna leave off on this quote. It's from one of my favorite animes, Hajime no Ippo. It's the coach of Ippo. Not everyone who works hard is rewarded, but all those who have succeeded worked hard, and they worked hard to break those bad habits. And I think that is the most profound, one of the more profound things I've heard from an anime specifically.
Yeah. Gosh,
But
I'm so
I
fired up.
also,
I can stay here and talk about this stuff for another 5 hours, dude.
yeah, but people got to go back to their days. But do not live on autopilot. In fact, it is that time for a mindful minute.
The
So,
mindful minute.
mindful minute. Uh, remember, during this minute, think about the things you want to do and set out to do them. And really be with yourself and your surroundings. Mindful
Maybe
minute.
at
What?
maybe
Go
at
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
end, you know, add what you're proud of about yourself. End it on a positive note.
I love that. In three, two, one, go. Mindful minute complete. You could have sat there for another mindful minute.
I could.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. We love you all. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and share with everybody who thinks similarly, who thinks that bad habits are hard to break, but it is always possible. any every human that has ever existed was a human, correct? Is that a
Yes,
fact?
sir. Absolutely.
That means any single thing a human has ever done has been done by a human.
Yes,
So your potential is limitless.
absolutely. And we're not given a blueprint when we step into this life. Like give yourself a break. It's okay. We love you.
Love you, baby boys and girls. See you
Peace.
next. Bye.